Greetings, dear ones. This is Reverend Ruth on Starry Bar with Angel Healing Ministries. I hope you're all doing well today. I think we're going to be getting Tropical Storm Ophelia on tomorrow. I believe, I'm not sure. Double check your weather report. But anywho, today we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about spiritual doors opening and closing. And a lot of us feel like, we sometimes feel that these when doors close on us, we feel like we're not going to get anywhere and stuff like that. But because we have these things happen, it usually means whatever's going on in our lives, we don't need it at the moment. Whatever is happening when that one door closes, my friends, when that one door closes, it means it no longer serves you at this point in time in your lives. And then usually when one door closes, a new one opens, my friends. And we need to understand that it isn't an easy thing to understand, but we should thank Mother, Father, God for understanding the situation when it happens. And when it does happen, think about it. Think about the good things that are coming but after that one door closes and that brand new one opens. It's not easy to go through change. I know it for a fact because I have the tendency not to like change very often. But, as the world changes, so do we. And, that's the one thing in time that's the one thing I know for a fact that doesn't change is change. It keeps moving forward. It keeps going on. And it isn't an easy situation. When we have these, these things happen, it means whatever you're going through at the moment just doesn't serve you anymore. Life can throw you challenges and changes and I mean, a lot of us get comfortable with the way things are, but that moment that door closes, it's like, whoa, what just happened here? And we just gotta, we just gotta keep moving forward. We can't let that stop us. We accept the door that closes. Some of us may try and reopen that door again, that spiritual door, and go backwards, but it's not always good to go backwards. Because if you go backwards, now you're gonna miss what's gonna be in front of you. What's the good things if you ignore the new door that's opening. Because you never know what's going to be behind that new opening door. There could be so much more. Maybe whatever you were doing at that moment throughout that time until that door closed just doesn't serve you anymore. And as you move forward, maybe there's going to be something much nicer and newer in your life that God is going to bring to you. And that's the way you got to look at it, because when change happens, we have to roll with it. We can't just not let it stop us from moving forward, because whatever's going to be behind this new door, and I know I know it's a little unsturdy because you don't know what to expect. But you got to just walk through that new door and just be like, okay, I can handle this. I can take this. I can do this. And you'd be amazed on all the wonderful things that could happen. I know in my life, I cannot count how many doors have closed and opened. And the doors that I did choose to go through, the ones that I went through, led always to something better. I mean, it's so easy to say, I wish I would wake up from this nightmare that I'm dealing with. But you got to look at it directly when you're in a situation, like when you're in the valley or whatever you want to call it, and things just don't seem to be going the way you want them to, my friends. You just got to look at the lessons that are behind were in there. It says too that whatever it's also a good idea to look at what it was that was in that area, and you think back, reflect on that door that closed, and take with you whatever you learned. Take a look back and say, well, what did I learn from this situation? What can I do with this situation to carry it on through the new door that God is opening for me? Because basically, my friends, when a door closes on you, it just means that that it's not serving you anymore. So what you do, you take the lessons that you learned, and you take it and you carry it with you through the next door. Don't let fear freeze you from moving and opening the door, my friends. Because that happens to a lot of people. A lot of people will just, they don't want to leave when that door closes. They'll sit right there in the middle and just not open that door or not go through that door. And they'll sit there in the middle, wondering, well, what do I go from here? And then you try the other door behind you, this other spiritual door, trying to go backwards, and then you see it's not going to work for you. So what choice have you got? Do you stay in the middle stuck? or do you move forward? But the main thing is you take whatever lessons you learned and blessings that came from the last door and you carry it through the next one. And you don't need to see what's directly in front of you. You just need to see the next step that it is. And I know many of us want to see, and I'm one to talk. I like to know what the future is going to hold for me myself as well. But then, where is the journey? If you know, imagine, like, if you knew what God had planned for you, my friends, would you really take that chance, and would you believe it? Or would you look at the situation that God is offering and showing you the truth and say, oh no, I don't see how that's going to happen? So that's why one of the reasons God, Mother, Father, God they don't tell you the future. They don't show you the future. They may do something as show it to you in bits and pieces, my friends. But as you move forward through the new doorway there, the new spiritual door, you don't need to know what's way ahead. You just only need to know what's in front of you. You only need to see the one light to the next step, my friends. But always take with you whatever you learned from the last adventure that you were in, or the last lesson that you learned. Take with you after that door is closed. And when you think about it, meditate on it. If you really want to know, meditate on it. Ask God what your next step is going to be, my friends, and they'll tell you which way and what direction to go. And just move through it with an open heart and an open mind. My friends, I know it can be a little scary when you're about to go down a new road. But you also got to keep in mind that there's a reason that you're here, right now, that you're on this road, that you're going through this door. Instead of running in fear and discouragement, run to it. Move forward, just, enjoy the journey that's going to come with it, my friends. Because you don't know what you can find. You don't know what blessings are there, what miracles are coming. You can always say to yourself, well, thank you, Mother, Father, God, for the last thing that I went, and I understand that it doesn't serve me, but be with me as I go through this next phase in life, this next door, and be open to it. Help me, guide me through, direct me in what direction I'm supposed to go. Give me some kind of a hint of what the next thing is, the next thing that is to come, Mother, Father, God. I thank you so much, and I am so grateful for whatever adventure I'm about to embark upon now that I've moved through this new doorway. So, my friends, the moment you move through the door, expect blessings. There'll be blessings, and there'll be miracles, and there'll be challenges, of course. There'll be lessons to learn, because throughout life, my friends, we're always growing. We're always learning. When you think you've learned everything, and then something new appears, and then something new happens, and then you look back at where you were before, and you can see, when you look at what's in front of you, that you can see how whatever happened back then through there can serve you in this time, this moment in life, this next step that you're about to follow. And use it wisely, my friends. Don't get discouraged when things don't go the way you want them to. Learn to roll and learn to understand it. Maybe there's some more things you need to focus on, and that's when we go into meditation, and we look at what the universe has to offer us, my friends. Because the universe can offer us so much, and it can give us so many clues, my friends, that it could lead us to someplace special, someplace wonderful. If I were you, my friends, I wouldn't just try and shut the door, because what's going to happen, it just isn't going to close that door. Just go through it with confidence and love and peace, and know that God has got you. They've got you. They've got you safe in the palm of their hand, my friend. Don't be afraid. Just allow it to fall into place. Allow it to happen. And take the lesson, whatever lesson you're learning, and study it, my friends. Let it help you. Let it guide you. Let it help you grow. Let it bring you to whatever